Nope, not that link. I swear, the amount of times I've just tried to copy and paste the link inside my fucking dashboard. Because that's what people want to see, right? Something saying you don't have access to this. Will help. All right. How's it going? Let's do this. I had to go and flick the black ink all over the page. We're going to be a bit more careful today. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm just going to make a cutout so I can do some flicking with whiting today. If I can find my toothbrush. Where's my toothbrush? Can I find the toothbrush? Shit. I don't think that's probably around there. Okay. Hey, Lee, how you doing, buddy? Now, where the fuck is the toothbrush? Uh-oh. That's a little worrying. Because that's like the one thing the kids would have grabbed. Or the kid maybe would have been most likely to grab. Huh. Hmm. Let me take a quick look. Okay, I thought I was a bit more prepared than this, my bad. Okay, sorry about that. Wonder how liquid the... fairly liquidy, okay. I'm thinking about the white ink here. Hey, Raven, how you doing, buddy? And seamless transition. Everybody goes Stan Bush to Pantera, right? Okay, just cutting the the aperture. Let's go with that. Hey, okay, how you doing, buddy? Here, just give you an idea. So I'm just gonna cut this out here and use this as a bit of a template when flicking white ink, so I don't get it fucking everywhere, and then I have to redraw panel borders and everything. And then we'll probably have to touch it up a little bit here and there. Seems like an end of the page kind of thing. We haven't finished inking the goddamn page, but this is the thing that I have in my head right now, so this is what we're going to do. I do have an X-Acto. It's not in the best shape, but this is tracing paper. This is what happens. Awesome, man. At school, you're working on a logo too there, Lee. I did see that, but I was caught up in my shit. Okay, let's see here. You here, you here. Yoink. And let's fuck up where we put down the tape. There we go. I'm going to slowly put my house back in order so I can put shit back where it used to be. It's nice. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if this toothbrush is going to work. It's a pretty soft toothbrush. Give it a couple tries. It'll pull of times flicking the stuff. I'm sure that'll harden it up. Yeah, this isn't doing much of anything. Oh, there we go. And then I'll go over the afterburner areas with just some whiteout, to clear up stuff like this. I did wet it, yes, at least a little bit. Come on, get in there. There we go. Just need a bit more density around actual explosions there. No, it's worth checking. I agree. Okay. That would probably work better. Yeah, and personally, I prefer the other toothbrush just because it's pretty stiff, but yeah, it'll work okay. Didn't need a lot. Just needed around the actual eruption there. Will this be a problem if I start whiting out right away? Like, probably, right? Okay, this thing. How did I decide the wings go? Not quite like this. sure. And I'll probably have to wipe something out to get the nose in there. Let it dry, you think? Yeah, probably a good idea. Nice. Another, our ranks swell. There we go. Yeah, it's got to be some whiteout down here too to get the nose of the jet thing in here. But I think that works nicely. Keeps me from smudging it with, yeah. I imagine it'd be a bit more sensitive than a slab of paper. Is this the only thing that has these curved fins on the end? It is too, so I can kind of make up how that goes. Ah. There we go. Reasons to keep your skin oils from seeping. Yeah, that was kind of what I figured. The thing is, all my stuff is going up for resale, so, you know, I figure people want the skin oil. That just makes it more collectible. And get your own Mitch DNA in there. So they can make clones. Exactly. And yes, that is the only kind of DNA that's going to be on here, unless I end up bleeding for some reason. Just to cut off that particular line of questioning before we get too far into it. Yeah, it looks all right. There you go. I mean, that after a while, you won't even have to hire me. Just, bring up the Mitch Clone Network. I think, okay, I think we gotta actually come up with some kind of structure for this. And then light it a little bit at least up from underneath. Yeah, don't have to make it too elaborate because it's a small shot here. Okay, what am I doing for lighting here? Primarily top down, I think. But so what's the secondary source? I mean, the secondary source should theoretically be Afterburner, but that doesn't help too much on the bottom. Move this up a little bit. think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Yeah, okay. I think I'm trying a little too hard to come up with some interesting shapes on the bottom. It's like, no, don't keep it interesting. Just keep it simple. Keep it obvious what it is. So usually when I start trying, like, I get like my basic shapes down, and then it's like, okay, let's deviate from that and like make it like surprising or something, like let's get clever with our tech, and that's usually where I fuck myself up. Just keep it simple shapes, at least particularly for long shots, I would think. I still gotta finish up the tech in this bit too, don't I? I do too. Get the basic shapes and then work within those, I think. I appreciate the people who dig the tech I do. But so much of it is just like, fuck, man, I don't know. Let's try this. It's so rare that I come up with like an actual, I don't know, method of any kind. I feel like I'm gonna get some problems with these wing shadows, and those are gonna make any kind of problems with perspective more evident. Okay, let's my space to work with here. Kind of wish I'd thought of this beforehand, but oh well. I think I'll just white out the whole shape and then color in over it. That'll work okay, I think. Probably should have erased at least a bit before doing this, but oh well. Too late now. It's amazing how often that happens. thicken up the outer layer here a bit. Hey, Big Lord. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Big Lord, mother. Okay, let's see. See what happens, how this works if I just paint some white in instead of using white out here. That works okay, or if it does, it starts smearing. Seems okay. That's starting to look a little gray, but nope. Yeah, it's gonna need some drying. Just the angry white boy mix? It might be, right? I think this was 90s heavy, which tends to just kind of be in that vein. Who is this again? This is Saliva, right? Oh, fuck. Thank God that was close. I almost tried to dip this in the ink. Is this 90s? I think it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I would say like 96, 97. 2001. Okay. Shit, I guess I'm wrong. Still, I mean, early 2000s I equate to 90s. If fucking... Sounds very 2001. Yeah, good call. All right, Tracy, thanks for letting me know. They'll be fine. Have a good one. Two 2001 have a very definite feel for me, like because like this sounds very much like Limp Bizkit to me, which again is like late 90s. So I just kind of lump it all in the same thing. Same with Linkin Park. I consider that like their first album or whatever when they were starting to get big as 90s. I believe that's more early 2000s. Sounds very Fred Durst record label. Yeah. I wasn't aware he had a record label. That makes sense. I guess it was a weird comment to leave there. The CPS one? Most people assume I'm like 20 at most, I think, when they drop in. Just because that's what most people who stream are, I think. Or like mid-20s, maybe. It's like, man, if my kids are at daycare, it's because they're supervising. Where's the front of that ship? Everyone who has any kind of... Oh, of course. I just didn't pay attention to that shit. Man, this thing didn't make any sense in perspective either, really. That's okay. Got some slightly wet white ink on my fingers, so something isn't dry yet. Ain't that. Yeah, remember when music made money though? That must have been crazy times. They're more human than human next. Oh no, not quite. But Matrix buddies, so close enough. That might be fine. Yeah, I think so. Again, we don't need it to. It's already probably more complicated than it needs to be. see here. Trying to get this a basic similarity to the outline I had in Blood Force number 2 when we were drawing very different looking tech. Any large piece of tech I have to draw is going to be very Unicron influenced, I think. Sounds about right. Yeah, I think so. Although, I mean, not entirely Unicron, more like what I remember of Unicron, right? So, I mean, like, how accurate is that? Who knows? Hey, Rob, how you doing, buddy? I know it's been a bit rare recently, but I'm gonna be trying to get back to making videos for next week. I think that should be possible. I mean, I still got my schedule all set up from when I had to very quickly shut down. So it shouldn't be exactly a problem to find the comics. I think they're all just still set aside. Oh, glad you're enjoying it, man. Thank you. Doesn't look quite right. No. Still got one page in issue 5 left to go. And then I can get to work on whatever the fuck is next. There were ideas at the end of the last stream, but I can't remember what now. So I didn't write them down. I don't think I did anyway. Did I write anything down? No. Or just now or last stream? When did the spacing happen? Are you now, or have you been spaced? Maybe and yes. Yeah, we'll just sub in some whiteout lights here when I'm done. Oh, just now. Okay, fair enough. Hey, Headshots. Thanks very much. How's it going? Any more little antennae thing coming up? I should clarify. This thing is half Unicron, half Metroplex. I think it's actually maybe leaning a bit more into Metroplex. I think I've said that before, though. So we're not really clarifying too much. But... Again, what I remember of Metroplex. No? Okay, I'm good. You know, it would have been the good thing to reference. Oh, shit, that's a lot. Would have been the double page spread to end issue 4 with, because that had all the close-up on at least part of the front face of this thing. where it had all the like columns and shit that were straight out of like Notre Dame. Not Notre Dame, Notre Dame. So not the cathedral, the football team, I suppose. Do I have that easily accessible though? That close up? Maybe not. I have to do some searching for it, I think. Is that it? That's it. Notre Dame. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Modern Metroplex toys the size of a toddler. They got a new one, do they? Yeah, they had all the like. I think it's cool looking. Can I fit some of that in? I think so. Over 2 feet. All right, all right. Nice. I have no complaints about that. So Unicron should be like the size of a good 3 or 4 story building, right? Unicron was about 3 feet and grossly overpriced. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just for hardcores, right? So hardcores will shell out. Makes perfect sense to me. Everyone I've seen who has one regretted it. Yeah. Every single one. That's a drag. So at least there's some satisfaction that, I have the special thing that nobody else has. But if you don't even have that, that kind of sucks. Yeah, well, fun done like most Star Wars fundraisers. Remember when Star Wars was awesome? You mean in 1998? And not 1 year after? Or I don't know, when was episode 1? Was that 98 or 99 or 97? Now I don't remember. That was probably 97, wasn't it? But I mean, that's as far back. That's how far back you have to go to find Star Wars that didn't suck. Is prequel. 99? Okay. Doesn't matter about being squeezed to death by the mouse. It was already just, turned into a shit show by the guy who made it. Or, the guy who watched a lot of movies and then regurgitated them. '97 was a special edition, and we should have seen the writing on the wall then. Man, did I really draw this tech? That's fucking crazy. I'm looking at the close-up on the front face here from the end of issue 4. It's nuts. Okay, let's get some rulering in here. That'll help. I went to a special. I did the same thing, going to see them in theaters, because there was no other way I was going to see fucking Star Wars in the theaters, and it's like, that's kind of cool. There's bad CG stormtroopers bouncing around on a fucking whatever those lizard things are. You didn't see that in the original, now did you? So this is special. Last time Star Wars was good, 1977, when Star Wars came out. Hey, Brain, how's it going, buddy? It peaked with Empire. Yes. I'm actually on board with the theory that Empire is the sole great movie in the series. Like it's the tent pole that kind of supports everything. First Star Wars it's a very good, very fun movie. It's not it doesn't have that greatness thing to it because it's not the most it's not super creative in terms of the story or anything. It's mostly drawing from other references and influences. And finding an interesting way to sort of reuse them. Empire's never fucked with, by the way. I enjoyed the special editions in the theater at the time. Some parts of them were okay. I saw the first one in the theater, I think. I don't know if I saw the second one. I don't think so, because I believe I was looking forward to the DVD or the VHS. I probably would have been VHS. Yeah, no, I didn't see it in the theater. That's right. But I remember the Family Guy. I'm not a Family Guy fan, but there was the Family Guy Star Wars parodies, or nitpick fests, or whatever you want to call them. And they have a field day with the first one and the third one. Because you would. They've got nothing to make fun of in the second one, apart from Leia kissing Luke, which is why that was probably a bad idea to do that. But that's the one idea George has is making everybody related. And the fact that Lando is wearing Han's vest at the end of Empire, that is a little strange. I will give them that. What's the best movie? The Lord of the Rings. I can't say there's the best. Lord of the Rings is one movie that was released in three separate chunks. Yeah, I like Two Towers best. Of course, the best of all Star Wars was the holiday special. Of course, it was Brain. Why did we expect anything else? That's the spiritual predecessor to Birdemic. I probably like to. I mean, Two Towers is the most dramatic without getting too cliche, I feel like. I have difficulty fully enjoying Return of the King. Because, like, you know, half of it is the battle, and half of the battle is here's the cavalry. Oh no, the enemy has a cavalry, but we have a cavalry to counter cavalry, and etc. And you just keep going that like that. Oh, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, man. It's, you know, it's just filling space, the tech. But as long as it works, that's all I care about. It's funny. Anything with any kind of the multiple codas were my problem. Yeah, there's that. My brother was the guy in the theater who went and saw. I think I saw all of them in the theater, but when he went to see Return of the King in the theater, they got to like the fifth coda, and he was just like, "Oh, come on!" You know, and everybody cracked up in the theater. I can live with the multiple codas, particularly. I mean, I never read the books, is the thing, right? Tom Bombadil is always like, okay, you know what? I'm done here, man. But I can only imagine what it's like if you did get into the books and you read them from like cover to cover, do it multiple times, and then you finally get the movies and they look like that, and they cover that much ground, which is, I mean, nothing like the extended cuts or anything, but compared to what you would normally get from an adaptation, it's still an incredible amount of fucking faithfulness to the source. There are two kinds of fans of the trilogies: those who prefer the second one, the low point, and those who prefer the third one, the heroic victory. I guess I do prefer the low point generally. It tends to be most interesting. Like Empire's so fucking like it gets low down in terms of low point, and it's so good. I find the climax tends to get obvious or simplistic. Or cliched filled. Empire's best cinematography, yeah, for sure. But like, Empire Jedi duel is still the best lightsaber duel that I've seen in a movie. Because it's not just about the actual fight; it's about the storytelling as well, and the storytelling is fucking amazing. That's the problem. Like I like the Jedi one, Return of the Jedi, because there's something behind it beyond just now we must fight. When Luke is wailing on Vader, everybody loves that shit. I love that shit. But not a fan of. I can't get behind the lightsaber fight in New Hope. I don't know if anybody can. I'm not a fan of, like, you see the reimagined ones where it's all like modern fight and the crazy camera angles swirling around, and it's all CG naturally, and I don't like that either. But you, like, old dude shuffling around in his slippers, waving his fucking halogen tube or whatever. It's like, I can't endorse that. I'm sorry. Same guy directed RoboCop 2 as was cinematographer on Empire. Okay, because RoboCop 2 has fans, has a lot of fans, from what I understand. Yeah, there was like a reimagined version of the New Hope lightsaber duel, and it's like it's going for big swings and big fancy moves and shit, and it doesn't look right. I don't know that it's better or worse than the A New Hope thing. But it's still unwatchable in its own way. New Hope is fine. It's okay. I can let it slide. That shit was designed to hide when the actors can't fight. Yeah, yeah. Whereas, like the Empire duel, that feels like it was done with way more intent. Like we're telling a real story here through this sword fight. Original New Hope duel is about the story. Reimagined duel is about the spectacle first. Yeah, and I mean, I can't get behind that kind of spectacle. And yeah, I agree. It's about the story. And New Hope it's very clunkily done, which is what they had at hand. That's what they had available. They didn't have a sword coach in A New Hope. I believe it. I've never heard it, but that kind of, I feel like that confirms things that I would have assumed. Whereas I think they very clearly did in Empire. And yeah. What about Spectacles, Testicles, Wallet, and Watch? What about that? Well, somebody think about Spectacles, Testicles, Wallet, and Watch. Oh, without even looking at it. Well done. Me. I like looking up experts reacting to things that I like, right? I think everybody likes to, at least to some degree. There's the one with the... I haven't seen a fencing instructor reacting to the Empire's one duel, but there was the one with the fencing instructor who reacted to a duel in Clone Wars, I think it was, with like the final battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, and he's just gushing over it. It's a very, very short fight. but there is like a lot of under the surface storytelling going on in that fight. They dole out very, just again, I have to do it very quickly because the fight itself it takes maybe 30 seconds at most. The Empire, they make it a point for Luke to fight two-handed while Vader has a thumb tucked under his belt. Yep. Well, Spectacles, what is it? Spectacles, Testicles, Walton Watch. Yeah, no, I've heard that before. I feel like that's a long-standing thing. But yeah, I mean, and you see like Luke roll up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah." Get the hands on the hips, all Superman pose, and he's got to draw first. And Vader's like, "All right, let's do this. I'll let you get a few swings in, and we'll see how it goes." It's so fucking good.
A lot of sharks out there trying to take a bite at something. It was hot. A lot of chameleons out there trying to change up. Anytime something new comes along, everybody wants a bite. It don't happen overnight.
Because it's what you wore a pocket when. Yeah, I mean, imagine it'd be the same as like checking for your phone and your wallet. And I mean, that's kind of it these days, I guess, eh? The testicles part is a bit eyebrow raising in the middle of that, I guess, but. Best fight scene put on film is the end of Legend of Drunken Master. That is like the one Jackie Chan, Chinese movie I've seen, I think. And it is a wild fucking fight. And that again was because of my brother. I never would have paid for that shit. Yeah, it was wild shit. No, for sure. Very much enjoyed it.
People see Rockstar, you know what I'm saying? But you still trying to get out and work like everybody else, It's a fun job, but it's still a job, Save your money, man.
And like Jedi 1 is fine, and it's nice that it builds up to an emotional climax. It is like super choreographed, which is like the main problem with that fight, I guess. It's like it doesn't disguise the choreography very well. When Vader does his big duck under Luke's swing, and then, oh, I am injured, from something. I always get a bit of an internal eye roll from that. And could never get behind the prequel duels, like none of them. There's not a good one in the bunch. They also have a holding loop. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Nope. In Jedi. When they're just pacing, it's like the same like 6 moves over and over. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it feels very repetitive until um, Luke loses control. You know, that's the big turning point, and that's where we have moves all of a sudden. Yeah, and you can tell. You know, I mean, you know, they choreograph it much better in the prequels, at least, I suppose, but it's again very clearly choreographed. To the point where, you know, it's like, oh, I can tell all the shit you're going to do before you do it. And it's, well, why are we fighting then? Still dig most of the final Darth Maul fight. He was so scared of Beetle, not much more than that, but still, like, as in final Darth Maul fight from Phantom Menace. Because I did not get that feeling at all. In Phantom Menace, at least. If we're talking about his final duel, yeah, it's the Maul fight is awesome. I can't get behind the Maul fight. Not really. It's fine. It's better than some of the later. It's better than the ones with like anything with Anakin later on, I suppose. But it's like it's heartless. Phantom. Okay, okay. It was kind of cool the first time, but it still felt empty. Like it didn't feel like it to it. I couldn't figure out why at the time. It's over choreographed. They sell it at least better than they do. Like Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor sell it better than a lot of people do later on. I feel like better than Hayden Christensen ever did, unfortunately. What about the Maul fight? What was the Maul fight? Or is that the Darth Maul fight? Final fight between Anakin and Obi fighting on a lava planet was epic. Yeah, okay. I disagree. I think it went about 8 minutes longer than it needed to. But won't say anybody's wrong for digging that shit. Same with the Phantom Menace one. You know, I might look at you a little bit sideways. If you're gonna say, but what about the Attack of the Clones duel? But you know, people could dig the shit they dig. I got no problem with that. Fight with Annie and Obi was too much CGI puppets. I don't. You know what? I was gonna say, was it? I don't remember because I haven't seen it in like, oh, I don't even know how long. I've probably seen it since the theater, but I try to avoid it, man. Like if it's on, I'm out of the room if I can help it. Empire lovers don't like fun. Yeah, maybe not. We like story. I could actually get behind that a bit. How's it looking now? I feel like a little better. But yeah, like big dumb explodey fun is like, I can enjoy it to a degree, but it's definitely like at a bit of an arm's length. And see, I guess the thing is, if Empire didn't exist, I wouldn't hold the rest of the series to that standard. You know? This is Uncanny 275 all over again for me, I guess. None of Jim Lee's work is adequate because he did Uncanny 275. Hey, Robo, how you doing, buddy? You know. I've done stuff where, like, I'm looking at... You love Bayformers. Got it. Yeah, absolutely, right? I haven't seen anything past the... I think I have seen the third Bayformers movie. I don't remember a damn thing from it. That was the one with Leonard Nimoy, wasn't it? I tried to watch 4 and fell asleep after 10 minutes, which generally happens with movies I don't give a fucking shit about. Which pacing is better. The third act's usually bloated and you feel like, yeah. I haven't seen the Bumblebee movie. I'm probably of the same kind of thing where it's just like, no, why would I watch a Michael Bay Transformers thing anymore? You know, but if it's all right, I'll check that out, I guess. Second Bayformers was atrocious. Hey, Yara, how's it going, buddy? Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. Saw Transformers 1, I think. Whatever, if that was what it was called. I thought that was all right. Although, trying to replace Peter Cullen with fucking Thor is like, dude, can we not find non-Avengers? Less than meets the eye. Exactly. Like, you got to be able to find somebody else with a deep voice. You know? Who can I get that we can't get Peter Cullen for everything. You know. He's aging out, I get it. But, like, you know, still. I feel like we can start searching for a facsimile. No, I don't believe Peter Cullen died. Lee would have let me know if Peter Cullen died. They're like 80. Yeah. The problem is they did so fucking well. Patrick Warburton, yeah, you could do okay. You do all right. Oh, the poison for Cusco. The poison designed specially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Not sure who Travis Knight is. Did he poison Cusco? Directed a bunch of stop motion animation. Who did die from that franchise? Shit, a few people, I'm sure. But I don't believe Peter Cohen's in there. Two of them sound just like him. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a hard hard voice to do, at least. That's got to suck a little bit when you have a very recognizable sound. And then you have kids, and the kids are always imitating you, like, hey, take out the garbage. You just throw it right back at you every time. Jack Angle? Which one was Jack Angle? Didn't has Starscream passed away, or is he just Jack Angel? Springer, okay. So did the Starscream actor pass away, or is he just like or is the studio just like, we never want to work with you again? Original Star, he died decades ago. There you go. Okay, so there's one. Yeah, I thought I remember you saying you died. Okay. You're the source of most of my Transformers trivia. Chris Latta. Yeah. It's funny, you look up Starscream actor, he's not listed, at least among the top 11. Skeletor's voice is still going, oh, that's good. Another one I feel like is fairly easily replicated, but still good to have the original. Interesting choices made on that one. You know, like Chris Latta just screaming his throat out. 90 plus, fuck, man, good for him. Glad to hear that, then. But Chris Latta just shredding his throat to Hamburger to come up with the most detestable villains is like, I have to respect it. I feel like we need a little bit of extra heft in the background on this thing. Christopher Collins. Oh. Yes, okay. That is listed here. Too much. Too much. Alex, Keanu, and George all reprised their roles for the Bill and Ted cartoon. That's pretty great. I mean, you get the impression that everybody who worked on that franchise, I guess it's a franchise, like really got into the whole thing. You know, like when they come back 30 years later to do the finale, and everybody's in on it, including Alex and Keanu, and I mean, they couldn't get George, but they got his daughter. And it's like, you know, like Keanu doesn't need the money. And Alex Winter hasn't acted in like who fucking even knows. I do use a brush occasionally, usually for fills, but like, wasn't George's actual daughter? I thought she was involved. Oh no, wait, no, sorry, my bad. It was that she was named after George's daughter. Okay, I forgot. The character was named after his daughter. And yeah, Alex is mostly a director, doesn't act, hasn't acted pretty much since like Freaked, from what I understand. Mostly does documentaries. But so it's like, you know, if it was anything else, you feel like you'd be like, hey, you want to act in this thing that you were like, it's like a sequel to the thing that you did 30 years ago. I'd be like, fuck no, buddy. William Sadler came back. Good call. And it was great seeing him do Death Again. The movie itself is like, it's okay. There's some fun bits in it. I don't think it's not as good as Bogus Journey, but then again, neither is Excellent Adventure, really. So, that's okay. Flat out said only if Alex was there. Yep, and they pulled it off. And there were some enjoyable parts. There's a bunch of them. You know, there's some good, I got some proper nostalgia feels. Even if Keanu couldn't pull off Bill anymore. Or Ted, sorry, my bad. But, like, not particularly close. All right, okay. Thanks for stopping in, man. I'm going to be back on Sunday if you're still on suspension or fired or whatever you got going on. So, hope something works out there for you. Just like, hope to see you there. Wait, no, hope to not see you there. Well, no. It was saying he got suspended from his job or written up or something like that. There was a while there where he couldn't show up on Sundays because he was getting scheduled all the time. And then he showed up one time last week, I think, being like, I guess who's in trouble with HR or something like that. It's like, well, if we were gonna guess, we would have guessed you. Could be in Sunday stream because I got suspended. Yeah, reinstated, but don't know how long that will last. All right, well. Like I said, you know what? If you're there, we'll be glad to have you. And, you know, we'll commiserate with you a bit. If that's what you're looking for. If not, then it's like, oh, well. Making money does take precedence sometimes. I understand. All right, man. Have a good one. It's an 01? 02, okay. For our stream tonight, just 2, probably closer to 2, 2.5, something like that. Tell you what, I'm gonna go for smoke now and we'll shoot for 2. All right. Not getting back into the recording just yet, but I want to start reading up and like sorting out what I'm going to be doing soon, so that I can get some videos up for next week if possible. So, all right, I will be right back. These work this time. All right. You ready for the Electra Assassin thing? There we go. I will. I think I gotta get back into a groove on those because it's been a couple of months since I recorded anything, and it's like, how do I do those again? I'm sure I can figure it out, but give me a couple of weeks to sort it out. I've also had inquiry about the guy who did the co-stream with me for G.I. Joe #1. He's like, so you want to do G.I. Joe #2 or like any of them really? And I'm like, shit, yeah, why not? Let's do that. But yeah, we'll do the Electro one first for sure. That's been in the works for a little while now. It's funny. He's like, you know, we can do like 21 or whichever one you want to do, really. And it's like, well, we can't do 21 because I cannot get a copy. It's impossible. Not even reprints, not even like a trade, I don't think. You know, even the reprint of that thing, if you want to get one in like halfway decent condition, it's like $85 or some shit. That, of course, is the silent issue of G.I. Joe. Yeah. Like I said, we'll prioritize Electra Assassin for sure. Because that's definitely going to be interesting. It's just, you know, there will be a lot of Larry and his Silent Stars. Yeah, does he have more than one? I can definitely see him doing that in Nam. Although he was the editor on that, wasn't he? Not the writer. That's right. I don't remember him doing it in Wolverine at all. He did it with a Wolverine short drawn by Michael Golden. Okay, in a Marvel Holiday Special. I can see it. Shit, I gotta find that then. He really worked with Michael Golden like as often as he could, didn't he? I mean, you know, obviously with good reason, just because like Michael Golden is insanely talented. I think it was 92. Okay. Marvel Holiday Special. I'll have to check that out. I think it'll be a while before I order anything new, but like it might not happen again this year. We'll see. But who am I kidding? It probably will, but not for a few months at least. Is that what it's called? Marvel Holiday Special? Holiday Especial. 1991. But 1991 through 2011. Okay. Is that an Art Adams cover? Kinda looks like it. Yeah, wraparound cover by Art Adams. Also includes pinups. Oh, this year features a Wolverine story by Larry Hama and Michael Golden. Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. I'll throw that in. What's in the first one? Another Art Adams wraparound, for one thing. Scott Lobdell and Dave Cockrum. Walt Simonson and Art Adams. Okay. Stephen Grant and Klaus Janson. That might be all right. Tom DeFalco and Sal Buscema. R.I.P. Sal. Len Kaminsky and Ron Lim. Ron Lim's just in on anything, right? Howard Mackey and John Hebert. Okay. Scott Lobdell and Dennis Jensen. Scott Lobdell, too. He'll just like, I will work. And Danny Fingeroth and Ron Garney. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to get that one too much. Oh, this is all below the line anyway, but whatever. Yeah, $3 was a bid in '92. I mean, that was one of those things. I think Infinity Gauntlet was like $4.95 or some shit. Let me check that out real quick. I mean, they'll show the American one, but still. $2.50. Oh, it's $3 Canadian. Really? I thought it was less or more than that. It was still though. It was enough to make me go. It looks really good though. Doc Samson trying to tell a class about Hanukkah, and they keep interrupting and wanting to insert super. Okay, that sounds all right. Doesn't say anything about Doc Samson in that one. But. Unless that's the Derek Robertson and Larry Malstead one. Interesting. I'd have never heard of these because there's some good creators on these. Shit, issue 3 has a Mike Kaluta cover. Like they put some money in these. Issue 4 is George Perez. Looks nice and detailed. And that's in 1995, I think. 97. Oh, they missed 96. Has a Mike Waringo cover. That looks all right. Some good stuff. There's a brain rewiring moment. Yep, I can see that. I feel like Infinity Gauntlet number 2 was kind of like that for me. Because that was one where it's, yeah. Again, like one of those ones where it was expensive. I can't get behind Dave Cockrum X-Men too much. Like it's, I understand if people have nostalgia towards it, for sure. But I can't get into it. I don't have any nostalgia for it. And it's a little too goofy looking. For me personally. But yeah, no, Infinity Gauntlet number 2, even like, you know, even I think I was aware enough to recognize that like Wolverine was more expensive than what, I don't know, whatever else, Avengers or whatever, or Fantastic Four. Walt Simonson written, Art Adams drawn. Yes, I did. I saw that in the credits. I was looking at there. It doesn't necessarily guarantee quality. I will say the new FF trilogy, it wasn't great. You know, I mean, they did what they could with it, but very clearly just I got to come up with something last minute. Art, what do you want to do? I want to draw the most popular guys. Okay, fine, I'll figure something out for that. And he kind of did okay with it, but like, you know, it's, as well as you can with those characters, I feel don't mix. And I mean, you know, Christmas special, holiday special, whichever you want to call it, doesn't necessarily guarantee a great story. You know, it's like they might come up with something for sure, but it does make me go, okay, like you guys are gonna have to come up with something pretty unexpected, I think, in order for it to be the kind of quality I expect from these creators, you know? Oh, more angry white boy music. The angry white boy band, yeah, pretty much. Well, everyone was there for Fred Durst's lyricism, right? Like, who thinks of that, right? I know I wouldn't have. What about Fred Durst and Walt Simonson? Yo. Again, Fred Durst providing lyrics that Walt adapts. That's a match made in heaven right there. That's the dream team up. Hey, David. Thanks very much, man. Appreciate it. How's it going? I think I'm gonna have to come up with some like trees or something in the background here too, since they are. Oh yeah, it's bush time. I can't imagine. I can't even count the number of times I've said that before. Where would we be if Gavin Rossdale didn't tell us when to breathe? Can't believe I remembered his name without really searching. Like I didn't. You ever seen The Fanatic starring John Travolta and directed by Fred Durst? I've seen the review of it. I've seen enough. I know you're asking Lee, but I thought I'd throw it in there. That used extensive footage. Hey, come on, man. John Travolta tries. I think that'll be fine. Before you were old enough to spell your name. Yes. I love his when he tries to get dramatic and he goes like mock Shakespearean. I was being trained to conquer galaxies. I will always love John Travolta for giving us Battlefield Earth. I think the producers kind of caught on with how bad the first one turned out. After John Travolta did his fucking song and dance, selling them on Battlefield Earth. Telling them it's going to be like Pulp Fiction in space. Because Pulp Fiction was big at the time. And I was in Pulp Fiction, don't you know? hundreds of years later, those jets are in perfect working order. Yep. I think it's thousands or 1,000. I guess we got 2 Bush songs in a row here. I thought we were on random. Well, it was the production company screwed everyone over, and when they found out it was too late. The production company screwed over what? The script? Did the production company hire a shitty director on purpose? Did they tell John Travolta to act like an idiot the entire time? There is no good part of that movie. I don't think it's the production movie company. You know, the sound is bad. The cinematography is bad. The script is god awful. Real actors in there, and they can't do anything with it. You know? I'm not ranking on you here. It's just you give me an opportunity to rail on Battlefield Earth for a minute. There are reasons. I'm sure there are reasons. But I'm sure one of those reasons is that it was a bad movie that never should have been made, but got made because John Travolta had a bit of pull at the moment. That was a script he sat on for like 20 years. Until, you know, like when he was doing Look Who's Talking movies and shit. And he had no pull. That he finally, you know, Tarantino takes pity on him. And he finally gets a little bit of clout back. And he's like, okay, time to break out my nest egg. You know, like this is the one. This is the golden ticket, the Scientology. This is the one that will convince everyone that Scientology is legit. I do recall that being said. And totally not a cult looking to exploit whatever foothold in Hollywood it can get for power and money. Totally not that. Not even a bit. I remember hearing that beforehand, that it was going to convince people that Scientology was, you know, like there were going to be like bits that were going to be like secret codes to other that only other Scientologists would get. And me and my brother watched that and we're like, what were the bits that other Scientologists would get? Was it his constant referral to references to Leverage? Is Leverage their Jesus? Did Leverage die for their sins? I guess Scientology does try to use a lot of leverage. You have to pay 3,000 USD to find out. Yes, or wait until the year 3000 when the Cyclos take over. all be believers. Get them a thought. Yeah, that's how much it costs to. Is that how much it costs to get an e-reading? Or is the first one free? The first one is free. Okay, so it is. It's like crack. Once they have leverage on you. Electrical resistance reader, so you can fuck with it by flexing muscles. All right. I have no idea what the deal is with the e-readers. I'll take your word for it. Have you gotten one done? See, that's the thing. I've never seen Scientologists out in the wild, foraging for leverage. You heard reports. Okay. I did see the. I don't watch many of the Joe Rogan interviews, but he does have some interesting people on sometimes. And he had Leah Remini on the one time, and like that is something else. Leah Remini was brought up in Scientology. And it wasn't until like a few years ago that she kind of started to go, wait a minute. Something's not adding up here. I know. Like, normally I don't. Because, like... The thing is, when he does interviews, he tends to be very just kind of logical and, whatever opinion he's got, I just kind of overlook. But... like, if anybody's got some kind of bullshit argument, he can usually recognize it and call it out right away. Be very public about leaving, or she might have vanished. Yep, that was a possibility. But, like, hearing her account of, like, constantly having to do reports on her fellow Scientologists, because that's what you have to do in Scientology. You're constantly just fucking KGB reporting on each other. Whichever. I would still recommend that interview to anybody who wanted to hear some shit about Scientology. It's very interesting what she has to say. Like when she hears about Xenu. And she goes to her handler, because every Scientologist has handlers, or at least the high-profile ones. And she's just like, I heard some Xenu shit. And the handler's like, don't you ever say that word again. Now you got to go and write reports about that shit. About being seditious or having, I forget the word now. They got a specific word for being seditious. Subversive. That was it. Mormonism, they do that other thing where if you leave, everyone gets cut off. Yeah. A subversive person. Yes. And being subversive is just anybody who would point out that Scientology's horseshit. Or, lead anybody down the path to believing that Scientology's horseshit. I assume we've all seen the South Park episodes on Mormonism and on Scientology. That was the first, because those were the first places I heard about those. I think I'd heard of Mormonism before, but didn't have any real idea what it was. Assumed it was a real religion and not some made up shit. I love their position on that too. On Mormonism, where it's like they really want to make fun of the beliefs, but every Mormon they've met is like the nicest person they've ever met, from the most well-adjusted family. Anyone who didn't drink the flavor, yeah, or just, even if you did and you just said the wrong thing. Like maybe L. Ron didn't invent anything. Members grew up with like an 8th grade education. Yeah, no, I mean, she talks about again, Leah Remini. Like you're so in the dark about everything. Yeah. And like, but like, you know, to the whole thing with, you remember the interview Cruzy had, where he was talking about the history of psychology and saying how if somebody was in a car crash dying in the street, and I know there's a Scientologist there, I know that they can help him when nobody else can, because they believe that Scientologists are trained in ways that regular people aren't. You know, it's crazy fucking shit. They don't have a hell? Okay. Well, I mean, they kind of do. It's exile, right? But no, yeah, do what we say or you go to hell. Yeah. It's just do what we say or, you know, you don't get your own planet when you die. Or is that, yeah, that is Mormonism, right? Only if you save up enough Joseph points. Oh, man. Well, that can't be that hard, right? How many box tops do you have to collect? Probably a couple. Like a million. I ate a lot of wheat thins. I mean, you know, if that counts. Mob Big was replaced by Mormons. Really? Okay, wasn't aware of that. How are we doing on the time here? 2.5. You know, finish all the little noodly details in this thing and then call it. You have anything else? Oh, fuck, there's this thing up here, too. No, just in this area. This will take me at least 10 minutes. So I've been playing a lot of New Vegas lately. So it's like Mr. House is Mormon? Fuck. One planet wasn't enough for him, man. That's why he's staying alive. Did I watch season 2? I did not. I was putting it off to watch with my son, which I was going to wait until after my daughter left with the kids. Because you can't put that on with kids around, obviously. Now I'm not so sure. I hear mixed things, but I haven't been looking into it very much. Is it looking okay, or like the Fallout Season 2? I think we do get we finally get a Deathclaw this season. That's where all these shows have. Wait multiple years for it to spin its wheels. Yeah. We get Deathclaws. Okay, that's cool. And hey, Coinhead, how's it going? Thanks very much. Appreciate it. You know, I mean, like, it's tough because it's Todd who's behind the show, right? Todd, what's his name? And it's very much like season 1 was interesting. It was for the most part, well, or you know, at least for some parts. I didn't really look out much. Todd Howard, yeah. I mean, I illustrate this comic, but not anything professional. But I did also write this one, so yes and no on both, I suppose. But this is semi-professional. This is to be put out eventually, and it will eventually. I am losing track of all these things though. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, Lee does the coloring on this one. If you want, there's a link tree in the description. You can check out how the last Kickstarter did, which was very recent. Eventually, I will be doing another one if you want to check that out. But to the Fallout show, like the first season, like it was interesting, kind of. You know, like the story was okay. It's basically like Fallout 3, right? The story, but the look was very faithful to Fallout 4. Which isn't really the classic look or anything, but like it's, you know, you look at like all right, go ahead. Have a good one, man. Thanks. It did take longer. That is true. But yeah, the Fallout thing, like any kind of piece of tech looks identical to what it looked like in Fallout 4. It's all set in New Vegas. Yeah, I don't really trust Todd Howard with New Vegas. Like with anything to do with New Vegas. I mean, you know, I don't know how much the lore they're going to get right. Let's just do some. Very much not the story of New Vegas, but it really couldn't. Yeah, no. That was very game oriented. You know, like it's designed to be a video game, and very well so. It was a hell of a game there. It's like, you know, in my opinion, Watchmen doesn't work as anything other than a comic book, really. It's like if the Courier doesn't exist. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. Where, like, let's take the world of New Vegas that's all been set up for us and todify it. You know, we'll drop in a pretty basic kind of run-of-the-mill Fallout story in the middle of it. Is that William Sadler doing Victor? I think I knew that at some point, but I forgot it. Good old William Sadler. I would have forgotten who William Sadler is if we weren't talking about Bill and Ted earlier. And Danny Trejo is Earl. I am aware of that. Michael Dorn is Neil. No, not Neil. The guy who runs the friendly mutant encampment. A lot of guest stars in that one. Of course, Matthew Perry. Rene Auberjonois. A lot of good names in that thing. Dorn was that character in 2? Was he really? Oh, good shit. Wasn't aware of that. Okay. I think that's fine. For some Unicron tech. He did a lot of games back in the day. Really? Okay, I was not aware. I mean, he's got a good voice, so I could see it. They even got fucking... Oh, what's his name? Dude who played Lee in the first Walking Dead Telltale game. He's at the beginning of the Honest Hearts DLC. And you recognize that voice anywhere if you know the guy. He was in StarCraft. Really? Good shit. Ever played Telltale? I didn't play much, but I played the first, I think, couple of Walking Dead games because they were really good. I mean, those were the ones that kind of launched them, like really set them apart for me, and then they just leaned into it so hard and started acquiring licenses all over the place and, you know, did the typical thing you do when you get popular, which is you expand too fast and burn out. Yep, there was Mormonism shoved into Fallout. It's not really portrayed as necessarily a good thing, though. Like, there's kind of good and bad things about helping out Joshua Graham either way, right? It's just like, nope, he is, because we're in Utah. I'm okay with it. part of the problem was that the CEO insisted they kept using this 20-year-old engine. I mean, they were using that engine in Fallout 4 too, I believe, or at least the remnants of it. I mean, it wasn't just the engine. It was like primarily Fallout 3 assets, which is all leftovers from... Oh, Telltale. Right. My bad. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you do have to update regularly, because that could get kind of janky. I don't know a lot about the engine stuff anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, I mean that's surely part of it, but I mean, the biggest problem was that the Walking Dead game, like the first one and I'd say the second one, were very heavily story driven, because that kind of game has to be. And that kind of story, it's hard to come up with a good one. You know? Like, you better have some kick-ass writers, and they stretch themselves way too thin, trying to get too many properties, trying to get too big too fast, put out too many games all at once. You know, had they kept it a novel engine that the CEO built and it got outdated by 2012, but they were forced to keep using it. I mean, I don't know that it, if that led to the downfall. It's the kind of thing that after a few years, they probably needed some innovation to keep the company going, but didn't help. Yeah. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Did some good stuff here today. Still got a few things to go before we finish. Got to put in the panel here, because I realized I forgot that too. Got to put in this panel here. And got to finish up the tech in this, although I don't think that'll take nearly as long. And then, yeah, after this page, I don't have to draw tech again for a little while. Not for, I don't think for at all. And, there's going to have to draw the interior of the ship. Fuck. So I'm going to have to be careful about the precedent I set here. Because we're going to spend a few pages inside this ship in the next issue. As it makes its way to the UN for the final encounter. That'll be fun. I got to write that thing, but I think that'll be fun to write. I have to do a combination of just a lot of like thumbnails, and then okay, what are they saying in these thumbnails? I do need trees here, too. And there may be some trees. The odd one in issue 6. We'll see. I'll try to slip a couple in there. All right, but I'm gonna call it. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Been a good time. Business as usual on Sunday. We will be back, of course. And next week, I'm gonna try and get some more comic review videos done again. We'll see if I can, or if I can get 3 out. That might be a bit demanding, but yeah. Anyway, have a good one, guys. See you later.